Alright, the last time I did this, it was a little too long-winded, so I got my practice in. Hopefully this will go a little bit better. There are some basic principles that you need to know when you're starting Street Fighter, and that's what the whole scope of this video is. As you know, the premise is to get your opponent's health down to 0. Another condition for winning is to have more health than your opponent. Well, how do you do this? There are basic strategies, and the very basic way to dumb it down is you want to make it difficult for your opponent to block, and there are different strategies to that. Well, I think I turned off playback. Nope, I set it up for something in the last recording. I'll set it back. There are 3 different types of attacks. Low, which have to be blocked low. See how he crouches? He has to crouch in order to block it. There are mid. Mid attacks are considered overheads. You cannot block them crouching. This is an overhead. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to get him to block. So he's sitting down right now. I'll do my overhead. He had to stand. Then there are high attacks. High attacks can be blocked either by crouching or by stand blocking. Either of those types of blocks will work. So, in addition to ground overheads, which not all characters have, Akuma's got a very good one. Onia Akuma, I should say. Akuma's got the same thing. But in addition to that, jump-ins need to be blocked high. And if you're not standing blocking when an opponent is jumping towards you, you're going to get hit. There are certain moves that are performed in the air that do not follow this rule, but those are character specific. And one of the ways using this overhead to make it difficult for your opponent to block is to cross up. And a cross up is a hit that occurs on the other side of the character as you're jumping in. So for this Ryu, if he wanted to block my cross up, he would have to move his controller, D-pad, or his joystick to the left, because the hit is going to occur on the right side. So I'll show you what one looks like. It almost looks like it shouldn't hit, but that's the kind of the properties of cross-ups. And since the point of jump-ins is that they're easy to combo off of. And Oni's got like a 1 frame length that I'm still working on, but it goes something like this. There it is. I have to plank, but that's the basic principle. You can get that off of your jump-ins, and you can get pretty high damage combos off of a jump-in. So that's why cross-ups are really important to your game. Other ways is, you want to get your opponent into like a block stun state like this, and then you throw in your overhead. Now overhead, most characters can't combo from it. A few can. I think Ibuki and Dudley are some, and Jurian are Feng Shui Engine. So, but in this situation, I successfully hit the Ryu with an overhead. Now, probably what most online Ryus will do after that is Shoryuken. Higher level players will either know what they can punish with after that. They might try light punch string into a combo, or they might try throwing. Throwing would be a really good option too, depending on what I'm going to do when that overhead's over. See, it's kind of a guessing game at that point. Go for guaranteed damage. Try to break out of my throw if I throw out a throw. A lot of different things can happen. So another basic fundamental is overheads, or not overheads, anti-airs. Most characters, not all unfortunately, but most characters have a go-to anti-air. And anti-airs are can be very specific. This is Akuma's go-to anti-air. It will stop most of Ryu's mid and even close range jump-ins. You can block a cross-up attempt as long as Ryu is on the same side you're facing at the time. It goes directly overhead for Oni Akuma. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll set Ryu up to do jump-in heavy kick, which is a high priority move, and show you what I mean. Oops. So there it is. I threw it out a little early, but it should get the point across. If you don't throw out your anti-air on a good reaction time, it will trade like that, or it might even get stuffed. So positioning yourself to where the anti-air will work is key, but also, you know, not taking too long to position yourself so your anti-air will still work. You see how early I have to throw it out. I can do it on reaction, but it takes quick reflexes. I have other anti-airs that I can use with Oni, but against Ryu's high priority kick, they're not suggested. I'll show you what I mean. So one of my anti-airs is this. It's a good mid to far anti-air, but as I said, it's really hard on Ryu's priority kick to get that to it. And standing heavy kick is good too. It just depends on what he's throwing out. And I guess I was going to get into footsies too. The basic premise of footsies is to one, try to bait your opponent into doing something, and two, trying to get some easy damage by throwing out something that you know is high priority and will beat out a lot of what your opponent's doing. Such an example of high priority would be Chun-Li's crouching heavy kick. It beats out a lot of good pokes, like a lot of Vega's crouching pokes that are usually really, really good. They get shut down by Chun-Li's crouching heavy kick. So that takes a lot of experimentation. You can set up training dummies for that. You can find out through online play, which is probably what I would recommend more. And it's just a matter of getting your footsies down. Footsies, like if he sees me spamming kick, he may, like if I throw out light kicks, he may try to punish me with ultra. He may try to punish me with shoryuken. And then this is quick recovery, so he throws one of those two things out. I'll block it and do a heavy punish. Which is probably the last point I want to make on this video, is you want to have a heavy punish ready. Obviously you want to know combos, you want to try to get your combos off. Depending on the character you're playing, you might play zoning, you might play defense, you might play rushdown, you might play technical. But you're looking for the easy damage, but you're also looking to get your combos off, if you can, and to get massive damage. So like one such combo would be his light punch, medium punch, target combo. It can go into anything. You can start with a hit confirm, 2 light punches into the target combo. That only did 164. Well, his health was low, so let's try it again. No, it still did 164. So, light punch, and do my target combo is a difficult string to interrupt, because it starts with 2 light punches, which is hard to punish, into my target combo, which is generally safe, and as long as I don't throw anything in after that, I should be safe on block. So that's the advantage of using that string, that combo. But if he whiffs a move and it's, you know, I'm trying to get some guaranteed damage, I'm going to want to know what my high punish move is. Especially if you land a focus attack. If you crumple your opponent, you need to have something on hand that does a lot of damage. See, that does 340. and without the focus attack, it still does a lot of damage, which is 268. So not all characters have these types of combo ability, but you know, there's lots of resources like eventhubs.com, shoryuken.com that can provide you. I mean, people have fleshed all this stuff out, so they can get you set up on that. That's kind of the scope for this video. I want to get into so many more details, but this is already long enough. So I hope you found this informative and helpful. A lot of advanced players are probably laughing at me, but yeah, that's my second video. So hope you enjoyed it.